And good evening, everybody, and welcome into Finis Horne Arena in Greenwood, South Carolina. We welcome you into Peach Belt Conference basketball live on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander and Georgia College about to get ready to rumble here in Greenwood. Rickson Lane and Chipper Bagwell with you. Glad to have you join us. And Coach, conference opener, always a very important game, and the Lander Bearcats trying to ride the momentum after that big win over 6th Lake and Wingate last Tuesday night.
Yeah, big win over Wingate. Hopefully we can carry over that momentum. We're playing at home. We've played really well at home over the years, so I think we just need to carry that on.
Bearcats and Bobcats get underway in just a moment. We'll bring in the starting lineups, but first we'll step aside national anthem, and then we'll tip off here in Horne Arena. It's Lander and Georgia College in the Peach Belt Conference home opener for the Bearcats. National anthem coming up. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander and Georgia College just about ready to get underway here in Finis Horne Arena. We're glad to have you join us tonight on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network, and we will remind you that live stats are available right now on LanderBearcats.com for those of you that want to follow along with tonight's conference matchups for the Bearcats and the Bobcats. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Georgia College Bobcats out of Milledgeville, Georgia. They are under the direction of head coach Maurice Smith. He's in his 8th season at the helm for Georgia College. Starters for them, number 5, Kenyatta Storms, a redshirt freshman guard from Alpharetta, Georgia. Number 21, Aaliyah McGriff, a senior forward from Sewanee, Georgia. She stands 6 feet tall. Number 24 is Brianna Davis, a senior guard out of Rockford, Illinois. Number 32, Sydney Cleveland, a junior forward from Gainesville, Georgia. And number 33, the forward Aaron Durnan, a junior, 6'2", from Chicago, Illinois. So, Coach, some size on that front line for Georgia College and Lander's going to have to deal with.
Absolutely, and it's going to challenge Shay Johnson and the other young lady in the post. It should be a good game, but I'm sure Coach Pedersen wants to speed things up and run.
For Lander Bearcats and Kevin Pedersen, the starters for you tonight. Number 3, sophomore guard Alexis High from Jonesboro, Georgia. She'll be in the backcourt alongside Destiny Langford, number 15, another sophomore guard out of Lexington, South Carolina. Point guard tonight is Jessica Harris, a sophomore guard from Sumter, South Carolina. The post players are Tabitha Daly, a sophomore forward, standing 5'9" from Augusta, Georgia, and Brashay Johnson, the senior center from Hopkins, South Carolina, standing 5'9". The Lander Bearcats tonight, Coach, without the use of Mylia McKinniff, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week. Injury suffered over the break. She will sit out tonight, so Lander will go with the young triumvirate of sophomore guards, High, Langford, and Harris, to open up this ball game.
Right, 4 sophomores and a senior in the starting lineup. That bodes well for the Bearcats, but we will miss Malia McKinniff. She is quite a player, and she probably would be in running for Player of the Year in the conference this year.
The co-defensive player of the year last year as a junior. Believe it or not, it's the first time she has ever been named the conference player of the week in this her senior season. That announcement came down today. She is in street clothes tonight, however, as is Deanna Day, the freshman center from Georgetown, Texas. Bearcats have not seen her yet this year. Georgia College in the road blue uniforms. White numbers outlined in green, green lettering, Georgia College across the front outlined in white, white trim on the jerseys and shorts. Lander in the home yellows, blue trim, blue letters and numbers, and it is Alexis High who tips for Lander, but the tip-off is controlled by the Bobcats as McGriff went up and got it, and Georgia College goes into their half-court offense. Now a drive inside, Harris poked it away as the penetration from Storms.
It's a turnover, quick turnover.
This is a Bearcat team that turned Wingate over 29 times last Tuesday in that big win, 81-76. Bearcats sitting at 24th nationally. New poll comes out tomorrow. A win over Georgia College will almost assure that the Bearcats should rise in that national poll. Langford off the right side, gets the screen from Johnson. Baseline floater, too strong, no good. Air ball, but Daly got the rebound and put it back up. Tabitha Daly opens up the scoring.
A strong rebound by Daly, just being in the right place at the right time, and she muscled it in.
And then they've got another turnover. There's a double dribble called on Kenyatta Storms. Redshirt freshman trying to deal with that Lander pressure. 2 possessions for Georgia College and 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers, that's 100% for the Bearcats defense.
You keep doing that, the Bearcats got a great chance to win this one. Harris getting in right side to Langford. Now working around the arc, now left side it goes to High. 1 minute into this opening quarter, Lander up 2-0. Harris had an open 3, instead she drives, dishes down low. Johnson, pump fake, goes up and she was fouled. Great patience from Jessica Harris. Bypassed an open 3-pointer to drive, dish down to Johnson, who got the defender in the air, drew the contact, and Brashae Johnson will do what she has done more than any player in the Peach Belt, that's go to the free throw line this season.
Well, Jessica Harris actually had 2 shots. She had one out on the perimeter for a 3 that she could have taken. She penetrated 2 dribbles in, had a 15-footer she could have taken. She got in the air and dumped it down to Brashae Johnson.
And Johnson pays off with a pair of free throws, and Lander holds a 4-0 lead, 9 minutes to go first quarter. Bobcats got to get a break there as they go down low, trying to find a spot was Cleveland. Instead, they kick it out. Storms is open for 3, off the mark, no good. And Langford tracked down the long rebound. Harris on the right wing. Johnson tells her to move, and she'll set her screen. Now Harris will pop. The jumper was down and then came out, and the rebound taken away by Aaliyah McGriff. Now Cleveland, left side of the lane, open jumper, no good. Johnson went up and got the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Harris as Bearcats come back down the floor, 4-0, 8:18 left in the first quarter. Lander up by a pair of buckets. Langford left side, Johnson trying to post up against Aaron Drynan. Instead, Langford will keep it, try to cross over her defender, drives inside, wanted to go inside to Johnson and threw it away too low. Langford got past her defender, and then the pass was too low and hard for Johnson to handle. Turnover Bearcats.
And Aaron Drynan is a 6'2 junior out of Chicago. She's got a big presence in there.
This is the second post player in the last 2 games Lander's dealt with 6'2 or taller. They shut down Marta Masinko for the majority of that Wingate game. Now got to deal with Drynan, the 6'2 junior. A 3rd turnover against the Bobcats. All 3 so far tonight on Kenyatta Storms, and the redshirt freshman struggling here early.
She is, and she had a shot. She turned down a shot and tried to get a better shot, get in a little closer.
7:48 to go in the first quarter. Lander leads by 4 as Harris will walk it up the floor. Give it to Daly as Georgia College kind of sits back. Try to make the Bearcats work into some congested areas as Langford's got it up top. Hand off to High, 13 on the shot clock. Swinging left to Harris. Harris open for 3 on the way too strong, and McGriff got the rebound. Bearcat jump shots are a little off so far early in this one. A little too much mustard on most of them.
1 of 5 from the floor.
They're going to go down low to McGriff, who gets it and lays it in. That's Aaliyah McGriff, the senior from Sewanee, Georgia. and the lone senior in the lineup, and you have to imagine Georgia College wants to get her rolling early, maybe settle down this offense. 4-2, Bearcats up with 7 minutes left in the quarter. Johnson at the top of the arc, it goes right side to Harris. Harris looking for a screen and gets it to the free throw line, kicks it left to High. 9 on the shot clock for Lander. Harris off another screen from Johnson. Pull-up jumper blocked, ball taken down low, and Daly cleaned it up and put it in. Lander up 6-2.
She did, and she was in the right place at the right time that time and stuck it in again.
The Bearcats set up that full court press. The Bobcats able to get it out over half court as Storms takes the pass from McGriff. 6:30 left in the period. Lander up 4. Storms wants to drive right side. Denied by Johnson. They got a point guard on the post player. Instead they go down low. McGriff up against Alexis High, no good. Has the benefit of a 5'11" guard. High manning up Georgia College's post threat.
She did perfect. She just made her shoot over her and come up short.
They had Brashay Johnson guarding the point guard, and High took the big forward for the Bobcats. 6 minutes left in the quarter. Lander up 6-2. They're going to go down low. Johnson double teamed on the block with 9 to shoot. She goes up and under. Layup no good. Fight for the rebound and a foul on Tabitha Daly as she tried to rip it away from Trinan.
Yeah, I like what we did there by getting the ball into our post. We've been getting away from getting that ball into the post, so that's something that she probably needs to get a touch every time down court.
So our score remains 6-2. 5:50 left in the first quarter. Trap on the sideline, pass stolen away by Daly. She flips it off to Harris. Harris wants to drive into heavy traffic, up and under layup, no good. But the foul will be called on Kenyatta Storms.
And what a great job of getting to the line that time and drawing that foul by Harris.
So the sophomore point guard from Sumter, South Carolina will go to the free throw line. 5:42 left in the first quarter. Harris's first free throw off the mark, no good. Lander as a team, 73% from the free throw line. They were second in the league in that stat coming into the ball game. Second free throw is good.
That's a pretty good stat.
Make the free ones, and Lander's done a nice job this year as Johnson tipped the pass away. Entry pass was intended for Cleveland.
Yeah, it was going to take a heck of a catch and a heck of a finish by Cleveland. I'm not sure she could have done anything with it if she caught it.
So the Bobcats will trigger it in from the baseline. Down by 5 with 5:36 left. Turnover again against Georgia College. It was Jessica Harris manned up on the inbounder for the Bobcats and denied it for 5.
That's the thing that happens when you have those double screens in there. You look at 1 option, 2 option, 3 option. By that time, there's 5 seconds gone, and you don't have any option.
Johnson right block, kicks it out high, deep 3 on the way. Yes. Alexis High from downtown, 10-2. Lander up 8, 5:18 left in the first.
That's a good sign for her.
Cleveland at half court. She gives it off to Brianna Davis, the senior out of Rockford, Illinois. Now McGriff, top of the arc, guarded by High. Gives it over to Storms. Halfway through the first quarter, Lander leading 10-2. Storms spins and drives, and a foul call against the Bearcats as Storms threw up a wild shot.
It was kind of a late call, but I think it was a foul. On High, yep. No, it was on Harris.
It'll go against Jessica Harris. 10-2 our score. Lander up 8, 4:58 go first quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 10-2 our score. Lander leading Georgia College. 4:58 to go first quarter here in Finis Horne Arena. Rickson Lane and the coach Chipper Bagwell with you. Good to have you join us tonight on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. And early on in this one, Coach, same song, different verse from what we saw last week against Wingate. The Bearcats have turned Georgia College over 5 times, and that's led to 8 points.
8 points. That's, we've only got 10, so we're scoring off our defense.
Meanwhile, the Bobcats have managed just 2 through the first 5 minutes and 2 seconds of this one as Storms misses her first free throw.
But they're only 1 of 4 from the floor, which is not real bad. They've turned it over 5 times, so that's 5 opportunities they didn't have to score.
Hard to make shots if you don't take shots.
Right.
10-3, Lander up 7 as Storm sinks her second attempt. Langford on the right side. Bearcats staying with their starting 5 for now as Harris works it off the left wing. Daly trying to back down her defender. Double team, so they work it right side to High. Daly now over to Langford. Langford to the free throw line. Denied by Davis. Looking for space. Langford, step back, jumper, off the iron, no good. Daly got the rebound, put it up, it won't go. Johnson kicks it out.
Nice.
High's open up top for 3. It won't go. Fight for the rebound. Off of Georgia College. Lander maintains possession.
Did that shot look good that High took?
They all look good.
They all look good. They do. I like her shot, and she's got to just stick with it.
Sophomore out of Jonesboro, Georgia. The Bearcats doing a nice job down low. Tabitha Daly really working hard on the offensive boards thus far for Lander.
I like that group that we're playing in there.
High jumper off the right side. Langford went in and got a rebound. Got a second rebound. Down and counted as Langford hits the deck. And the bucket counts for Bearcats, and it's 12-3. Destiny Langford will try to make a 3-point play here with 4:09 left in the quarter.
That just shows you that ball didn't have a chance of going in, but it did. You get it up around the rim, sometimes they'll go in.
Lander out rebounding Georgia College 10-3 right now. 7 offensive rebounds for the Bearcats. And Lander, the size they are not often +7 in the rebounding column.
No, but they're active. They're real athletic, and they're active tonight.
Storms kicks it right side to Cleveland. Cleveland working around the screen just inside the arc, goes down low to McGriff, and McGriff has her second bucket of the night. She's got 4 of Georgia College's 5 points, and it's 13-5. Johnson, top of the arc, as Daly works on the left block. Screens open for Langford. Langford will send it back over to High. High guarded up by Cleveland. 10 seconds to shoot. Harris directing traffic. Dribbles with the right hand. Wants to lob it to Johnson and does so at the free throw line. Down to 3, down to 2. Johnson got to get a shot off and beat the buzzer with the layup.
Right at the buzzer.
Georgia College, great defense for 29 seconds, but they let Johnson slip free. Lander's lead grows to 10. It's largest of the night, 15-5. McGriff cross court to Davis. Davis looking down low, gonna fire up a 3 on the way, and good from Brianna Davis. The senior out of Rockford, Illinois. I believe, Coach, that was also the hometown of Sania Johnson, if you remember her from a few years back. And
I certainly do.
she liked to fire from beyond the arc as well for the Bearcats.
Yep.
Johnson's pass intercepted. Bobcats trying to go on a run here. They're going to work down low. McGriff, layup won't go, but knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia College. And Lander will have possession as the Bearcats will make wholesale substitutions. 5 new faces on the floor for Lander. It'll be Chelsea Mitchell, the junior guard from Laurel, Maryland. She'll inbound to Crystal Williams, junior guard from Riverdale, Georgia. Victoria Baldwin in at 4, the junior from Hoover, Alabama. Leah Pettit, the center, junior out of Duluth, Georgia. And Ariana Sanders, junior from Pearland, Texas, as Lander turns it over.
That's only the 3rd turnover for the Lady Bearcats.
Lander leads it 15-8, 2:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Cleveland open down low, laid it in, and a timeout by Kevin Pedersen. Doesn't like what he's seeing right now. Georgia College on a 5-0 run, but they trail 15-10 with 2:12 left in the quarter. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 15-10, Lander leading Georgia College. 2:05 to go in our first quarter of action here in Horne Arena. Rickson Lane Chipper Bagwell joining you tonight from Greenwood, South Carolina. Good to have you join us as Chelsea Mitchell stops and pops, misses. Long rebound, fighting for it. Mitchell trying to get a hold of it and goes up onto the side table as the ball will go back to Georgia College. A little bit of a run here for the Bobcats, and Coach, they were shooting 1 of 4, but now that they've cut down on the turnovers a little bit, they're up to 50% from the floor.
Yeah, to our 31%.
Spoke too soon.
Yep.
6th turnover of the night against Georgia College as they threw it away, trying to bounce it down the sideline to Cleveland. So Mitchell will check it in.
That's a bad place to throw the ball on this sideline. That's another defender just about.
Baldwin beyond the arc. Sanders cuts down low. We're going to get an illegal screen on the Bearcats. Now it's going to go on Crystal Williams. Junior guard out of Riverdale, transfer from Palm Beach State. Her first foul. 3 fouls apiece for both teams, but a fairly clean quarter. With 90 seconds left, Lander up by 5. Bobcats forced to weave it down the floor. 3-ball right side on the way, rattled out. Williams got the rebound off the Cleveland miss. Pushing it right side, Sanders. Sanders wanted to go down low to Pettit. Instead, back up top, it goes to Mitchell, who thought about a 3. As McGriff playing some soft zone almost against her. Instead, she'll hand it off to Sanders, right wing. Final minute of the first quarter. Sanders inside the arc, long jumper, knocked it down.
Nice, good-looking stroke that time.
Ariana Sanders out of Pearland, Texas. Puts the Bearcats back up 7. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Davis, left wing, pump the 3. Good defense and close out there from Sanders as Storms takes it right side. She wants to drive, layup too strong. Offensive rebound taken, put back up and good. That was to Asia Wright, senior out of Denmark, South Carolina, the lone Palmetto State native for the Bobcats, and her homecoming makes it 17-12 with that putback.
Bearcats could just about take the last shot.
Instead, Mitchell will fire a jumper and it won't go, and now Georgia College could hold, but instead they try to run, and Mitchell stole the pass away. Now Lander's got numbers. Mitchell gonna drive, and she's fouled. Chelsea Mitchell, the Morgan State transfer. She'll go to the free throw line with 12 seconds left in the quarter, as Lander will bring their starters back into the ball game here. Bearcats going 10 deep tonight, everyone playing. As Lander will send in the original starting 5, save for Tabitha Daly. She'll wait to check in for Mitchell. Zutalikova on the bench for Lander. She's still dealing with that injury suffered last year, trying to work her way back to healthy. Bearcats also have true freshman Destiny Webster is yet to see the floor. Mitchell makes both her free throws, and she'll put the Bearcats back up 7 with 12 seconds left in the quarter. Georgia College have to hurry to get a shot set up. Davis is going to drive. Had it taken away from her by Harris, and now Lander will have 3 seconds to try to get a shot off. Great defense by Harris to steal and not foul.
And she knocked it off of the young lady's leg as she was going out of bounds.
Harris lets it roll, drives, layup too strong. And the Bearcats will take a 7-point lead into the end of the first period. 19-12, Lander on top of Georgia College. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 19-12, Lander on top of Georgia College after the first period. Dixon Lane, Chipper Bagwell with you. Good to have you join us. Bobcats out shooting Lander 46% to 32%, but the problem for the Georgia College squad has been the 8 turnovers that have turned into 10 Lander points. Daly got the offensive rebound, kicks it to Harris. She'll fire a 3, too strong. McGriff had the rebound, lost it, ball's free, and Storm comes out with it. Kenyatta Storms bringing it up the floor for the Bobcats. And the left side to Davis, manned up by Langford. They'll lob it inside. Layup good from Erin Drinan. She splits the double team, and it's 19-14.
Nice little maneuver that time by that young lady.
Lander's lead is 5. They've led by as many as 10. Langford nearly had it poked free from her there as Hyde takes it top of the arc. 8 seconds to shoot. Harris swings it to Langford in the corner. Shot clock down to 3. Langford puts up a tough runner, no good. McGriff got the rebound. Not a good look there for the Bearcat offense. And here comes Davis. Wanted to spot up, instead hands it off to Cleveland. Cleveland guarded by High. It goes down low to Drinan, and Drinan was being guarded by Harris, and she drew the foul.
A big mismatch, and a good throw in there would have been a tough little deal for Jessica.
Harris will check out. Crystal Williams checks in for Lander. Kiana Wesley, redshirt freshman guard from Pearson, Georgia. She checks into the game for the first time for the Bobcats and gets the inbound pass. Lobs it down low to McGriff. McGriff under pressure, puts up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound for Drinan, who got it to go with contact. Georgia College back within 3, 19-16.
She's got really nice hands and good touch around that rim.
Bobcats have fought their way back into this one. Williams pumps the 3, jumper on the way, no good. Rebounded, and here comes Georgia College. McGriff out in front of everyone, and she lays it up in transition, and it's 19-18. The Lander lead down to just a point.
We got caught for watching the ball that time, didn't get anybody back, and we got beat down the court in transition that time.
Rashay Johnson, with the ball at the free throw line, gives it to Langford. Working around to High. Georgia College not allowed Lander to get off any quick shots. The Bearcats look for an open. They'll give it off to Williams. Her 3 way off the mark. Lander just not being able to find the rim on these shots from mid to long range. And Georgia College has the ball down by just a point with 7:42 left in the half. And they throw it away off the hands of Cleveland. Langford got the steal. Langford into the paint. Kicks it right, Williams. Bearcats are 1 of 4 from downtown, 6 of 22 from the field. They're gonna go inside Johnson. Tries to go reverse layup and rolled it in as she worked her way around Drinan.
That's a tough little shot, but I see them working on that shot a lot in practice.
That's Rashay Johnson's bread and butter, especially trying to get around those taller post players. But McGriff gets the layup, and she's fouled. And Aaliyah McGriff has an opportunity to tie this game up with 7:03 left in the half.
Yeah, another transition bucket that time. We didn't do a good job of getting back and protecting the bucket. Somebody's got to take charge of the ball out here and stop the ball.
Chelsea Mitchell and Ariana Sanders into the ball game. High will have a seat, as will Williams. Storms checks out for Georgia College, and McGriff's free throw is no good. Daly collects the rebound. Lander leads by a point, and they want to go in transition, and Johnson beat everyone down the floor. Nice awareness there from Langford to thread the needle.
Yep, it works for them, it works for us too, so they got to get back and stop us as well.
Here comes Cleveland. Nearly threw it away. McGriff came up with a loose ball. Bounce it down low, Drinan. Back out to McGriff. She wants to fire a 3 and does, but misses. Sanders fighting for the loose ball. Still free. Mitchell went up to get it.
Nice job, Mitchell that time.
Outfought Sydney Cleveland for possession. Lander with the ball, up 3, 6:30 to go in the half. Johnson nearly had it knocked away from her. Lander maintains the basketball as they give it to Langford, top of the arc. She'll reset everybody. Johnson faced up with Drinan. Gives it off to Sanders. 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by McGriff. Lander 1 of 5 from downtown. Bobcats are 1 of 3 from long range. As there's a drive, a layup, no good. Davis couldn't get it to go. Pardon me, Wesley with a miss.
Got numbers.
Here comes Langford down the floor. She misses the layup. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Possession arrow will go to Georgia College.
I thought they knocked it out.
It'll go off of Lander, says our official. 23-20 with 5:53 to go in the second quarter. Bearcats up by 3. Davis wants to drive. Puts up a tough shot. A travel call against Brianna Davis. The senior guard took 1 too many steps, and the ball will go back to Lander.
Turnover number 10 for the Bobcats. Bearcats have only committed 3 turnovers.
Leah Pettit coming into the ball game as Brashay Johnson will go to the bench. 5:38 left in the half. Lander leading by 3. Mitchell off the screen from Daly. Wants to go down low to Pettit. Pettit, tough shot, and Drinan snags the rebound. Aaron Drinan, the 6'2 junior, giving Lander some problems defensively.
Sure is.
There's a drive from Storms. Tough layup won't go, and the Bearcats knocked it out of bounds. Pettit and Mitchell were both there, and they tapped it out of play. And now Lander will go back to the bench. This is Zuzana Talakova, the junior.
Looking for some offense, I think, right now. Somebody that can make a shot.
Talakova checking in. This is just the 2nd game she's played in this season. This is the 5th game of the year for the Bearcats. McGriff, a great cut down low. She lays it in.
That's twice that got beat on that back cut.
Georgia College back within a point. Talakova sends it inside to Pettit. Double team, looking for help. Pettit dribbled out of it. No, she stepped out of bounds. Could not tightrope down the baseline, and Lander will try to figure things out here. Up 1 with 4:54 left in the half. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Please direct your attention to the corner.
23-22, Lander's lead is just 1 here with 4:42 left in the first half. Rickson Lane, Chipper Bagwell with you. The Georgia College Bobcats, who came into the night with the worst point differential in the Peach Belt Conference, but they have fought tooth and nail here with a nationally ranked team in Greenwood, South Carolina. McGriff gonna fire a long 3 off the mark, no good. Good defense that time down the floor by Lander. Talakova got the rebound.
And the Bobcats are 50% from the floor to the Bearcats 27% from the floor.
Lander trying to fix that with Johnson. Shot blocked, but then Daly took it away. Then her shot's blocked by Drinan. Langford's gonna drive into tall timber. She'll give it off to Johnson. She goes up and under Drinan. Great tenacity there from Lander on the offensive end. They refuse to give the ball back and come up with a big time bucket.
That's a big bucket for Brashay. That's what she does, though.
Johnson's got 10 to lead the Bearcats. McGriff with 10 points for Georgia College, their leading scorer. And McGriff fighting with Johnson, ball on the sideline, and a turnover as Johnson forces the turnover, and Lander will have possession up 3 as Alexis Hyde checks in for Tabitha Daly.
Bearcats have taken 10 more shots from the floor, which kind of scores into that low shooting percentage, but they've committed 11 turnovers to our 4.
On the boards tonight, Lander out rebounding Georgia College 18-16, but Georgia College has grabbed 13 of the last 21 possible rebounds. That was a 10-3 margin at one point for Lander.
Well, one thing I like about the Bobcats, they've got 8 assists already on 10 field goals. So, you know, they're sharing the ball. They're getting easy buckets. They've gotten several layups in there tonight.
Points in the paint favor Georgia College 18-14. Second chance points favor Lander 9-6. Half of Lander's rebounds tonight have come off the offensive glass. 9 offensive boards thus far for Lander. Tabitha Daly with 5 rebounds. Johnson's got 4. Johnson with 10 points. No one else for Lander has more than 5.
That's why I say she needs to get a touch every time down court. And sometimes she doesn't get a touch, but now she's got one.
Langford dishes it inside. Mitchell missed the layup. Second shot was blocked by Drynan. Great pass from Langford.
And she threw it away.
Georgia College gifts an opportunity to Lander. Well, the Bearcats missed a great chance to go up 5 there as Mitchell had an open layup, missed it, had her second chance blocked, but then Georgia College turned it over.
When you're playing a team like Lander that's nationally ranked and playing really well most of the time, you just can't do that and have a chance to win. You can't turn it over like that.
Johnson gives to Mitchell. Mitchell wants to drive, had it taken away from her as Wesley came up with a steal. McGriff doesn't have the numbers, gives it to Storm. Storm's gonna drive and lay it in.
That's a good, strong move.
Kenyatta Storms shaking off a slow start. She's got the Bobcats back within 1, 25-24. High. Gives it to Langford. Now Talakova in the corner. Talakova back to Langford. 12 on the shot clock. Langford gonna drive inside. Layup bounced off, no good. Nothing falling for the Bearcats. And then Wesley had it poked free for the moment. Storms around half court, and Mitchell, silly foul there. She reached in and slapped at the ball, trying to knock it from McGriff.
Unfortunately, it's right in front of the official, and you're not going to get away with that much. I could hear that lick over here.
2:17 to go in the half. Lander up by a point as Mitchell goes to the bench. Tabitha Daly back in.
Bearcats in their zone now. Let's see if that helps. Sometimes it plays to go to a zone and change up a little bit.
Inside, McGriff had a block from behind by High, but maintained possession.
And she stole it.
High took it from her, and Talakova picks it up off the floor. A great defense there from the sophomore.
Yes, sir.
Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Lander up 25-24. They go inside Johnson against Drynan. Lost the handle for the moment. Gives it back out to Langford. Talakova calling for it on the block. Won't get it. Langford with 8 on the shot clock. Driving, kicks it left side. Talakova open for 3. Yes! No, they'll say 2.
Say it was a 2.
Long 2 for Zuzana Talakova. She's in the scorebook, and it's 27-24 Lander.
That's what they're looking for her to do, is make open shots, and she was wide open on that penetration that time.
1:15 to go. Storms driving, her pass knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Trying to get it to McGriff.
Good hands that time by Johnson.
McGriff and Johnson have combined for 20 of the 51 points scored tonight. And McGriff's got the ball. Had the pass to
Oh.
Cleveland, taken by High. High on the run, trying to lay it up. Missed the layup,
Oh,
and
my
Cleveland
goodness.
got the rebound. Now back down the floor to Davis. Davis twisting, shot up and in off the glass, and it's 27-26. A lot of missed layups tonight for Lander, uncharacteristic of this Bearcat team.
I'm not sure if she was trying to draw a foul or thought she was going to get foul or what.
Credit McGriff for chasing her down
She did.
and causing that miss. Talikova with the ball. High gonna fire a three, yes! Alexis High answers with a three-pointer and Landers up 4, 30-26. Georgia College can hold for the final shot of the half. Storms guarded by Langford. Trying to set the offense here, 15 to go. Maurice Smith calling out the instructions for his Bobcat offense. Storms, and they hand it off Davis, guarded way beyond the arc. And they've got an open player.
Nice.
Johnson stole it away. Lander, 1 second to shoot. Langford gonna fire and miss from half court. But the Bearcats hold defensively, and they'll take a 4-point lead in the locker room, 30-26 at halftime. A lot closer than we thought this would be, Coach, but Lander hanging in, leading by 4.
Yes, they are, and you know, at times they look really good, and then sometimes they look confused out there by Georgia College's defense.
Bearcats will try to regroup. Georgia College try to rally. 30-26, our halftime score. Lander on top of the Bobcats. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back inside Finis Horne Arena, Rickson Lane, Chipper Bagwell with you. 30-26 our score at halftime. Lander leading Georgia College by 4. But coach, this game perhaps far closer than some thought it would be. The Georgia College Bobcats, after trailing 10-2 to open this game up, did not let Lander turn this into a house party, and they've hung right there with the Bearcats.
They certainly have, and they've got a lot of points. They've got a lot of points in the paint, and you know, they've got 22 of their points in the paint, and we've got 14 of our points off turnovers. So you know, that's kind of the difference in the game right there.
Bobcats have not led in this ball game, but they have been close. They drop it down low, and a pass off the hands of Dryden.
Turnover number 16.
It's going to be hard to beat the Bearcats turning it over 16 times. The Bobcats hanging in. Ty takes it on the left side. Give it to Johnson, down low, looking for help. Puts up a tough shot with a double team. Tried to get the offensive rebound, but Daly could not save it.
Size matters sometimes, doesn't it?
Rashay
It did
Johnson,
that time.
not much 5'9" can do. We're going up for a rebound against 6'2".
And all she did was just stand up tall with her hands. And here's another turnover.
Daly came
And
with the
here's
steal.
another turnover, and here's another turnover.
Back and forth it goes as Harris able to hang on to it. Three ball from high, rattled out, no good. Daly got another offensive rebound. Her hook shot won't go, and Dryden collects it.
And Dryden knocked her own player down when she got that rebound.
30-26, 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Jumper from McGriff, good. She's been the best player for Georgia College.
She has. That's her 12th point, I believe.
Bobcats are back within 2. Langford, give it off to High. Left side, Harris. 5 on the shot clock, High. Think about a long 3. Now Harris pumps, drives, floater, no good. Rebound.
Shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
I think it hit the rim, seems like.
It did hit the rim. The shot came clearly before the buzzer went off, and the shot hit the rim. That's Lander basketball.
And it's going to be a new shot clock, too, which is to our benefit.
That was a good job by Tab Daly to go get the offensive rebound. They blew it dead.
Exactly.
Harris got to get it in and threw it away. Pass stolen by Davis. And then Harris stole it right back, and she'll lay it up and in. Jessica Harris redeems herself. And then Harris with another steal. Picked another pocket, and here comes the sophomore point guard. Kicks it left side, High, gets it from Langford, 3, side rim, no good.
Well, the good thing about the Bearcats, when they turn it over, they don't hang their heads and loaf down court.
Davis takes it by Langford and lays it up. 32-30 our score. 7:40 left in the third quarter. Lander up by a pair. Langford gonna go down low to Rashay Johnson. Johnson dribbling, trying to back down her defender. Out back to Daly it goes. 10 on the shot clock. Harris looking for help. Got an opening, fires from 3, bouncing around, no good, and a good box out by Davis to get the rebound for Georgia College. Now she wants to push tempo. Davis, want to drive, bounce it down low, and Tabitha Daly took it away.
It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be a possession to Lander, looks like.
Bearcats will have it. 32-30 with 7:10 remaining in the third quarter of action.
You got to throw it to where those big ones can catch it. You throw it down there too low, and it's hard to get down there with their hands sometimes.
Langford on the wing, wants to drive by Davis. Instead cut off, changes direction, tough shot up and in. Destiny Langford reversed course, got the contact and put it in off the glass. And she'll attempt the free throw with 6:47 left in the quarter.
She just put her head down that time, and she was bound determined to get to the rim, and she did, and she was able to score and get to the free throw line.
Great job by the sophomore guard. And Langford, the native of Lexington, will try to complete the three-point play. Up and good, 35-30 our score. Ariana Sanders into the ball game as High comes out. Bearcats being led by Johnson's 10 points. High and Langford both have 6. McGriff's got 12 for Georgia College. Davis has 7. Drynan has 4. There's a layup from Ta'Asia Wright. She's got 4 on the evening, and it's 35-32.
Yeah, we gambled a little bit there and went for a steal, and if you don't get the steal, they have an easy shot.
Langford fires from 3, way off the mark. Rebounded by Cleveland. 35-32, Lander up by 3. Driving right, layup no good. Too strong off the back iron. Johnson got the rebound. Georgia College leads the all-time series as Langford's shot is missed. Good rebound by Johnson, got it off to Sanders. Her shot won't go. Langford came up with the rebound and a fresh 30 for the Bearcats, and Lander will slow down.
Got a way to stay with it.
26-19, the series in favor of Georgia College, but Landers won 4 in a row. Johnson wrap around as she traveled. 35-32, Lander with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Georgia College down 3, and they will check in Kiana Wesley, the redshirt freshman out of Pearson, Georgia, transfer from former Peach Belt affiliate Armstrong State. Continuing her career here with the Bobcats. Go inside to Drynan, trying to back down Johnson, kicks it out to Storms. Storms pumps for 3, now gives back to Drynan left wing. Pass it over to Wesley with 10 on the shot clock. Wesley's got space, gonna fire from long range, off the left iron. Offensive rebound by Wright. Her second effort won't go. Tapped out by Johnson. Sanders got the rebound. Great job down low by Johnson. Poked it free from 2 different Bobcats, and Landers got the ball up 3 with 4:50 left in the third quarter. Langford wants to drive, had space, and it was taken away by Drynan. Here comes Cleveland back the other way, and a bump foul at half court by Destiny Langford. Timeout on the floor, 4:42 to go in the third quarter. Lander up 35-32 on Georgia College. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Please direct your attention to the court for
35-32. Lander leads by 3 with 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Rickson Lane, Chipper Bagwell joining you tonight from Finis Horne Arena. Turnover to the Bobcats as Storms threw it too hard and through the hands of Wright.
Yeah, and she was wide open for a layup if she catches it, but it's hard to catch a fastball when you're that close.
Bearcats trying to win their 4th consecutive conference opener. Georgia College trying to pick up just its 2nd victory of the season. They're 1-3 on the year. Lander trying to maintain a national ranking as they go to Johnson on the right block. Johnson, manned up with Drinan, gives it to Mitchell who carved in, but she had her shot blocked by Drinan. And out comes the ball to Georgia College, and then Mitchell forced the turnover to get it back to Lander.
I'll tell you, Mitchell, she causes a lot of chaos out there on the court.
And Coach, you made an excellent point earlier in the quarter. How many times tonight have we seen Lander turn the ball over and then immediately force another turnover to get it right back?
Yeah, they don't give up. They don't hang their head. I've seen a lot of players turn it over and they just kind of loaf down court, give up a layup down there, but they don't do that. They really get after it and they recover a lot of times.
Kevin Pedersen has said Chelsea Mitchell, one of those players, and nothing seems to bother her as Sanders misses the 3. Johnson went into traffic and come up with a rebound, forces a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Bobcats with 3:47 to go in the third quarter. And this has become a defensive struggle. 3:47 left in the third quarter, and in this period, we have had 12 points by my count scored. 11 points, 6 for Georgia College and 5 for Lander.
Right, and looking at the stats, we have taken 20 more shots than Georgia College from the field. We've taken 51 shots, and they've taken 30, so we've taken 21 more shots.
And somehow Georgia College has made more baskets than Lander has tonight, which tells you how the Bearcats are shooting it. As Sanders tries to drive and draws the foul.
Good job of penetration, but we're 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and they've only been to the line 3 times, and they're 1 of 3, so that's a big difference. But those 22 turnovers, you just can't get those back.
And the Bobcats, if this game does not go their way, they will kick themselves for a huge missed opportunity on a night where Lander has not been at its best by far. But 23 turnovers against just 8 for Lander. That is the difference thus far as Sanders makes her first.
And 8's a lot, but it's not like 22. They've taken 21 more shots, and those 22 turnovers, there's a difference in the shots.
Victoria Baldwin into the ball game for Lander as the second free throw no good from Sanders. Talikova tried to tap it free. Waiting for a signal, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Yep.
36-32, Lander leads by 4 with 3:24 to go in the third quarter. Talikova left wing. Over to Baldwin. They go inside Johnson. Johnson didn't have Drinan on her for the first time in a while. They're going to go back to her again. Johnson to kick it out. Talikova, 15 on the shot clock. Sanders, top of the wing. Gives it off to Mitchell. 10 to shoot now. Sanders wants to go to Johnson. Threw it away. Pass stolen by Tasia Wright. Here comes Georgia College back the other way. Storms being hounded by Sanders. Ball to Davis, right side. She's got Mitchell on her. They work it down in the corner. Back to Davis, left side, Storms. They close out on her. McGriff open in the lane, kicks it left side. Davis will fire a 3. Too strong back rim. Rebound by Wright. Her layup up and good. And the Bobcats cut the lead down to 2, 36-34.
Offensive rebound, second shots.
And there's an answer from Chelsea Mitchell.
Wow.
She blows by a defender, draws the foul, and makes the lay-in. And Mitchell, just her her first basket of the game. She was 0 for 5 from the floor until that layup, and now she'll go to the free throw line.
What a beautiful shot that was, though. A high five, driving basket. Then she misses the free throw and almost comes away with the rebound.
Instead, Storms got it. It's it right side to Davis. Lander up 4 with 2:12 to go. Throw it away. Harris trying to save it. And the ball is going to go out of bounds off of Jessica Harris. Great effort there from the sophomore, but she slid and could not keep it in play.
Slid and diving and just trying to get that loose ball.
Thought they might call the foul on Georgia College when Harris went to the ground, but probably a good decision to let them play. Both trying to go for the ball. So 38-34.
5 seconds.
They barely get it in. Kevin Pedersen begging for the 5-second call, didn't get it. Lander kept the Bobcats from getting a layup. Instead, they go to Davis, who launches a 3, can't get it to fall. Ball tapped out of bounds. Georgia College will have it. A minute 54 to go in the third quarter. Alexis High coming into the ball game. Johnson goes to the bench. Sanders checks back in as well. Talikova will check out. And a foul on the sideline against Sanders.
Her first, team second in this quarter. Neither team has fouled a whole lot tonight.
Really haven't. Neither team's been in the bonus all night long. Storm driving. Wild layup won't go. Cleveland took it and put it back in. 38-36. Baldwin, top of the arc, a minute 25 left in the quarter. Mitchell gonna fire a jumper, no good, long rebound. Harris tried to save it, got it off of Storm's foot, and then Storm's trying to keep it in play.
And she stepped out of bounds, I believe. Oh, man.
She did step out of bounds.
He called a walk on her, but I don't know how she didn't step out of bounds.
I thought for a moment they were gonna call a foul on Lander on the trap there. Maurice Smith wanting an explanation. The 8th-year head coach for the Bobcats, Kevin Pedersen, in his 13th year at Lander. He shares a brief smile with the official.
I used to coach against that daggum Maurice. He was a heck of a player for the Bobcats.
Mitchell driving in, and Chelsea Mitchell, give her all the credit in the world, Coach. The jumper has not been there, so she's getting to the rim.
Yep.
She's got 4 points in the last minute. And then steals the pass away. Mitchell taking over in the third quarter. Give her 8 in the ball game. Timeout, Georgia College. The Morgan State transfer says, I'm going to take this one. And Lander's got a 6-point lead. 46 seconds to go in quarter number 3. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Lander leading Georgia College 42-36 with 45.9 seconds remaining in our third quarter here in Finis Horne Arena. Rickson Lane and Chipper Bagwell with you. Thanks for spending the Monday night with us. Hope everyone had a happy holiday and a good Thanksgiving. Bearcats trying to get back in rhythm here. Down, or up 6, pardon me. in the waning seconds of the quarter. Harris got the steal. Horne ends up and good. Lander has cranked up the pressure defensively here in the final minutes of this third quarter. 30 seconds to go. Bearcats up 8. Davis pumps the three. Gonna hand it off to Storms. 6-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Cleveland hounded by Harris. Storms has got it. 3 to shoot. Wants to drive. Dishes to McGriff. Did they get the shot off? They did, but the jumper's no good, and Mitchell comes out with it. Harris will have a chance to beat the buzzer. Shot on the way. No. Long from Jessica Harris, but Lander closes the third quarter with a flurry, and they've got some breathing room. 44-36, 10 minutes left in this one. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. 44-36, Lander leading Georgia College as we open up the fourth quarter here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Rickson Lane, Chipper Bagwell with you live from Finis Horne Arena. It's been a struggle tonight for the 24th ranked Bearcats. They try to close this one out. Sanders' three is no good. Long rebound controlled by Tasia Wright. Lander 2 of 16 from beyond the arc. Georgia College not much better, 1 of 8. Three ball offside. Davis spoke too soon. Second three ball of the game for the Bobcats, and they're back within 5, 44-39. Mitchell driving, drew the foul. Tell you what, folks, Chelsea Mitchell, 8 points, 4 rebounds tonight. It has not been the type of game she would like to have in this Peach Belt Conference opener, but Coach, we talked about it. Started the game 0 for 5 from the floor. Didn't drop her head, didn't let it affect her. Instead, started getting very aggressive offensively, taking it to the rim, forced a couple of turnovers in the third quarter, and has really, up to this point, you could say has been the reason Lander's got a little bit of room to operate right now, up 6.
Right, she's been our MVP the second half for sure, and she's got 9 points. She had 2 at halftime, I think, but she scored like 6 of them just like that within a minute. And she does it through her defense. She does everything through her defense by playing hard and having good hands and coming up with steals and, you know, finding teammates and getting it to the rim. And that's a good deal for her.
Bearcat fans will be salivating over the idea of Mitchell and McKenna together in the same backcourt, not for their offensive skills necessarily, but for their defensive pressure.
Yeah, she's what I call a lockdown guard, defensive guard. She can lock down the other team's best player.
Lander has a 6-point lead with 9 minutes to go as Baldwin fires deep from 3.
Wow.
Yes! Victoria Baldwin from downtown. And it's a 9-point lead for the Bearcats as Baldwin in off the bench, and she knocks down a huge three-pointer. And back the other way, Georgia College answers with Drinan. Layup and the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you got to get back and protect that bucket, and we didn't do it. We got a little lazy there, and they got an easy bucket. But that was a big shot, that big three there that time, and that's some bonus points for us off the bench. By Victoria Baldwin.
Trinan, who's got.
She's really got good hands. I like her hands, and I like her skill set.
Bearcats have not loved her height. 6'2". It's given them a world of trouble. Langford tried to drive, dishes it out to Harris. Harris weaving through the lane, over to Mitchell, and Mitchell traveled, tried to get to the rim again. It just took one extra step.
Yep, she shuffled her feet, and she had her girl beat. And she did it a little bit too quick.
Ball left side, Cleveland goes into Trinan against Alexis High. That's a good matchup for Lander. That's one of their tallest players at 5'11". Good defense there. Langford weaving right side of the lane. Back to Baldwin, who thought about a three.
Good job by Mitchell of slowing things down. Use a little clock. 6-point lead is big in a game like this.
Harris driving, weaving, lays it in off the glass. Great move there by Harris. She's got the Bearcats up 8. Davis will fire a three off the back iron. Trinan got the rebound and got the putback. 6-point lead, Lander, 7:30 to go.
They just won't go away, will they?
Bobcats not backing down from this squad. High fires, misses, rimmed out on her. And here comes Storms the other way. No numbers for the Bobcats. So Storms will give it to Cleveland.
Had a girl open in there and they didn't see her.
7:05 to play. Lander up 50-44. Davis, top of the arc, 10 seconds to shoot. To Asia Wright, looking for space. They give it to Trinan. Kicks it right side to Storm. Shot clock to 3. Wright, and the block. Shot on the way, and she was fouled with a second left. Kevin Pedersen wants to know where the foul was. They'll call it on Baldwin with 6:51 to go and a 6-point lead for Lander. It'll be right at the free throw line.
Only shooting their, third, fourth, and fifth. Fifth and sixth free throw of the game.
And it's off the mark on their first one. Bobcats are 2 of 5 from the line. Lander, by comparison, 9 of 13. Georgia College shooting 49% from the floor to Lander's 31%. Neither team lighting it up from long range. 2 of 10 is Georgia College, 3 of 18 on the Bearcats. Second free throw, up and it's no good. She missed them both. And then Talikova had it taken away and jump ball to Georgia College. The hustle shown by the Bobcats tonight has been something.
Talikova and Mitchell was fighting over that ball, it seems like, and they brought it down and they were tied up.
Talikova out, Leah Pettit back in. Pettit, who has been very quiet in this game, 0 for 1 from the floor, no rebounds. They'll bring her in halfway through the fourth quarter. Tough runner, no good. Langford got the board for Lander. Harris calling for the ball, doesn't have the numbers, and she'll weave left side. Good decision there by Jessica Harris, the sophomore, showing the maturity.
That's a good point guard for you.
Langford right wing, gets the screen from Johnson, drives, lays it in.
Nice screen that time
That's
by Brashay Johnson.
One of the easiest buckets Lander's got tonight.
And it's all because of Brashay.
They lead by 8, Trinan back down the floor, lays it in. Bearcats cannot let 33 out of their sight. I don't know how she's getting free. She stands 6'2", the tallest player on the floor.
Yeah.
Langford off the right wing. Back it goes to Pettit. 6 minutes to go in this one. Lander up by 6. Mitchell wanting to drive. They're trying to cut her off. She's been deadly getting to the hoop. 10 seconds to shoot now as Harris takes it to the top of the arc. Gives to Johnson. Johnson fighting, and she's going to get a foul call on the floor. Lander will have a fresh 30.
A good job of isolating Brashay Johnson on their big post player. So she was going one-on-one from the elbow. And she's going to win that match every time.
Good defense there by Cleveland. Heads up play by Langford. They get the ball back. .15 to shoot as Harris takes it left side, lobs it down low to Johnson. Double team, looking for help. Ball knocked out of bounds and off of Lander.
She got too deep and took a big hop in there and a good dribble and it popped off her hand.
Timeout on the floor, 52-46. Lander up 6 with 5:26 to play. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. .52-46, Lander leading Georgia College. 5:26 to play in this one. It has been nip and tuck the entire way tonight. Rickson Lane and Chipper Bagwell with you. Glad to have you join us.
Turnover, nope.
Harris nearly caused a turnover, and they're going to call a foul on her in the backcourt. Third foul against Lander. That's her third of the game.
Good ball pressure that time, and she almost turned it over. But she used her hands just a little bit too much. Two-possession game here, Rickson.
Bearcats trying to make a stand defensively and get something going on the other end. Mitchell nearly stole it away. Active hands there against Wright.
She's going to call something to happen here in a minute.
5 minutes to go. Lander up 6. Wright turning. Gives it off to Cleveland. Baseline jumper. Too strong. Langford got the rebound.
Yeah,
and a foul on the floor. That was on Brashay.
Yep. I can see that from here.
Yeah, shoved from behind. .452 to go. Fourth foul against the Bearcats in the period. Second on Johnson. So fresh 30 for Georgia College. They trail by 6 with 4:45 to go. This team that has lost 4 straight to Lander. Mitchell denied the pass and stole it away. Pass up ahead, nearly taken back the other way by Storms. Lander will maintain the ball, 4:36 to go, and the Bearcats lead by 6.
Chelsea's got that steal I was talking about, and that's why she's in there, for her defense. It's not for her offense, although she scored 9 points tonight. Her defense is why she's in there at this juncture of the game.
Bearcats enter this game ranked 24th. The new poll comes out tomorrow. Lander's been ranked in the first 2 polls of the season. That hadn't happened since 2011. Mitchell, jumper, rolled around, no good. Rebound by McGriff, lost the handle for the moment. They've got Cleveland down the floor. Her layup, no good, and Mitchell got the rebound.
That was the easiest one she missed tonight.
Blown opportunity for Georgia College. Harris the other way, coast to coast. She can't lay it in.
That may be the easiest one she missed tonight.
Only 2 missed chances as Harris grimaces as she makes her way back on defense. Knows she should have made that one.
Yeah, so that evens out. We missed one and they missed one.
A whole lot of running and yelling for nothing. 52-46. Storms weaves left. Cleveland works in the corner. Davis, 3-ball on the way. Good. With Johnson in her face, Davis knocks down her second 3 of the half. And it's 52-49 with 3:25 to go.
Yeah, they're just kind of hanging around, and our lady's going to have to come up with something and put them away here in a minute.
Bearcats are without Mylea McKinnon tonight as Mitchell draws another foul.
That's a sign of an upperclassman doing that. If she was a freshman, she would not be able to do that. She drew that foul by she initiated the contact.
Bearcats have needed a guard to step up tonight in the absence of Mylea McKinnon, the Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week for her efforts against Wingate. They were brilliant. 25 points, 3 boards, 3 steals, and 2 assists. She is out tonight with injury. Lander trying to hang on against a feisty bunch from Milledgeville, Georgia.
Mylea's over there coaching up a Storms. Now, I know what she's going to be when she grows up.
She has not sat down the entire game as Pettit got the rebound. And Sanders will back it out. Yeah, Mylea, she's going to be on the sideline somewhere someday.
Exactly.
You see it from her during practice. She's in Coach Pedersen's office a lot. They talk like a coach would talk to a fellow coach.
Yeah. Well, she's a coach on the floor.
Pettit, jumper, no good. Storms with the rebound. That's not a bad look there for the Bearcats. Pettit just couldn't knock it down. Lander's lead is 4 with 2:45 to play. Bearcats down the stretch here. Remember, they are second in the league in free throw attempts, free throws made, and free throw percentage in the Peach Belt. Davis for 3, no good, no one there to rebound, and Johnson comes out with it. Harris, bring it up and slow it down. 2:15 to go, Lander leading Georgia College, 53-49. Mitchell drives, dishes, and she threw it away. She had Harris open beyond the arc, and the sophomore broke back, and the ball bounces out of bounds into the Bearcat bench.
Yeah, that happened because they hadn't played together with each other very long.
Mitchell, the transfer from Morgan State, out of the MEAC in the Division I ranks. Harris in her second season with the Bearcats. Under 2 to go. Lander's lead is 4. Cleveland. It's back over to Davis. They're going to go down low to McGriff. And an offensive foul against Georgia College. They tried to get into Aaliyah McGriff, who's been somewhat quiet here in the second half.
Couldn't tell who that foul was on.
Not sure. Lander has the ball, which is the most important thing right now for the Bearcats. They lead by 4 with 1:35 to go, and Harris in no hurry to get this offense going as Storms guards her out on the perimeter. She'll hand off to Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. Pettit swinging left side, Sanders. Sanders wants to go baseline. Back to Johnson. Johnson and traveled. Johnson traveled before she kicked it out to Harris. That's twice in a row they've tried to get Jessica Harris open for 3, and neither has resulted in a shot attempt. The inbound goes to McGriff, trapped as she gives it back out to Davis. Now they swing it over to Cleveland. Georgia College done a much better job with this full court press in the second quarter. And timeout taken by Georgia College. 1:11 to go. Lander up 4. We're going down to the wire in Greenwood. Bearcats trying to hang on. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A minute 11 remaining in regulation. Lander leading Georgia College 53-49 in the conference opener. Mitchell nearly took it away from McGriff on the inbound. Bearcats trying to hang on, improve to 4-1. Georgia College trying to get a huge win in their first league game of the season. Storms, cross-court pass to Cleveland. Ball's free. Cleveland came out with it. 4 seconds to shoot. 3-ball from Davis, good. Brianna Davis, her third three-pointer of the half, and Lander's lead is 1. 45 seconds to go. 20-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Bearcats need a bucket.
Plenty of time. We do need a bucket.
Sanders, Pettit, Mitchell, Johnson, Harris on the floor. Mitchell drives in and lays it up. Chelsea Mitchell, Johnny on the spot. And Lander has a three-point lead. Timeout Bobcats, 33 seconds to go. And Coach, you just knew it would find a way to get the ball in the hands of 23.
This is Mitchell's night, seems to be. And that was a great maneuver to get her one-on-one at the elbow there. And she took it to the rack and was able to finish and score. But I say she's in there for her defense, but she's not bad offensively either, is she?
Well, how many times do you say it's her night of a player that missed her first 5 shots?
That's right. But, you know, that just goes to show you it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And she didn't drag her head, and she didn't drop her head, and she didn't pout, but she wasn't playing good, and she didn't start. And you know, she comes off the bench, and she's probably going to be the most valuable player of this game, in my eyes.
She's the leading scorer for Lander with 12 points.
And she got 10 of them in the second half. She had 2 at halftime.
She also has 4 rebounds. She came into the game leading Lander in that department, 7.5 per game. Rashae Johnson's ripped down 8 boards for Lander. She guards the inbound. They get it to Drinan. Cleveland wants to drive against Langford. Offensive foul against Cleveland. She lowered her shoulder, bowled over Langford. And Lander's got the ball with 28 seconds to play. This is where, Coach, you miss number 11, a 90% free throw shooter, and she's on the bench. Harris will check in for Langford.
And Harris is a good free throw shooter.
Lander tonight is 10 of 15 from the stripe. Mitchell, their leading scorer, is just 4 of 7. They inbound to Harris, and Harris is going to make a foot race down the sideline before she's fouled from behind by Kenyatta Storms.
Still a lot of time, 26 seconds to go. If we make one of them, we got a 2-possession game, so that would help.
Harris, 1 of 2 tonight.
So it's going to be 2 shots because that's the 5th foul on the Bobcats.
On the season, just a 50% free throw shoot.
That makes no sense for a point guard to shoot 50%. I'd be all over her.
Up and good.
But when it counts, what does she make?
Oh, her percentage went up, whatever it was before that shot. Langford's going to check in for her, so they're going to do a little offense-defense here. Langford came out as soon as the Bearcats got the ball. And now Harris at the line. Second free throw. Rimmed out, no good. McGriff got the rebound. 23 seconds to go. Georgia College down 4. Davis.
2-possession game.
Wants to drive.
Don't foul.
And a foul on the floor.
Going up? I don't know. That was a pass. Well, it's going to be 2 shots either way. It's the 5th foul.
They call the late foul on Chelsea Mitchell. So this is Brianna Davis, who is the leading scorer for Georgia College with 16 points. She's knocked down 4 3-pointers. This is her first free throw of the game, and she makes it.
Now it's a 1-possession game.
Pettit out, Langford in. Davis, 17 points. She leads all scorers in that department. 16.1 seconds to go. Second free throw, good. It's a 2-point ball game. They get it into Harris, and she's fouled with 15 seconds. Great job there by Georgia College. They took 1 second off the clock, and they foul Harris, who has missed 1 of 2 tonight. She's 50% on the year.
They're going to make her think about it, and but I still think point guard should make free throws.
2 of 4 this evening. 15 seconds to go. First free throw from Harris is no good.
Now let's don't start thinking about it. Just react and shoot it.
Big spot here for the sophomore. 56 to 54. Second free throw on the way,
Good.
up and good. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
Now do not let Brianna Davis get loose. She's got the ball. She's their best shooter. 10 seconds to go. Davis gonna drive into the lane. Dish it. Mitchell stole it
There's
away.
Mitchell. There's
Chelsea Mitchell took it away, and she's fouled with 4.8 seconds to go.
That's why she's in there. She causes all kind of chaos, and you know, she's gonna come up with a loose ball or a steal or a deflection or something.
And the junior from Laurel, Maryland can ice this one potentially with 5 seconds to play. They're going to actually call a technical foul there.
On,
I think it's going to be on
must be on the
Asia
bench.
Wright.
Huh?
I believe it's on Wright. Brashay Johnson's going to take the free throws, and she makes the first. 58-54. Lander up 4 with 4.8 seconds remaining. Second free throw is good. Johnson nets them both.
That should wrap it up, pretty much.
59-54, and Lander gets the ball as well after the tech. Mitchell gets it to Harris, and she's fouled with 3.2 seconds remaining.
And I thought they found Mitchell out there. They grabbed her by the shirt, so they must have called a technical for grabbing her shirt.
I
That's the only thing I could imagine.
I think they did, Coach. I think the technical was for such an obvious play where they were clearly not going for the ball. I think they're.
Yeah.
That's a new rule, I believe, that they've instituted this year, that
Okay.
a foul, you have to at least pretend to be going for the basketball.
Right.
And a grab and pull of the jersey was just too much as Harris bounces in the first.
But what a game Mitchell's had tonight. Oh, my
And I
goodness.
tell you what, she has been
I'd like to
something
know how many
else.
steals she's got and how many deflections she's got.
Second free throw from Harris is good. Well, the Lander Bearcats are going to hang on against the Georgia College Bobcats. 61-54 your final. Lander victorious. They go to 4-1. Georgia College drops to 1-4. And a hard stopper in Greenwood, but it ends well for Lander.
You know, and it's good to see our ladies not play really well, but be able to hang on and win a big game, big conference game, a conference opener at home. It's good to see them do that.
We'll step aside, come back with head coach Kevin Pedersen and our player of the game, Lander victorious over Georgia College. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Back inside Finis Horne Arena, Rickson Lane with you. Your final score, Lander 61-54 win over Georgia College. And we're joined now by our player of the game, the junior guard from Laurel, Maryland, Chelsea Mitchell. Lander's leading scorer tonight. She put 12 points on the board along with 3 steals and 4 rebounds. And Chelsea, we talked about it during the broadcast, this Lander team able to come out against the Georgia College team that played incredibly hard tonight. What did it take for you guys to be able to hang on in a game that was nip and tuck the whole way?
Defense. Defense wins games. We knew coming in the game we were missing our biggest leader in defense. So we know somebody had to step up and get those defensive turnovers, those steals and everything, and just to put that pressure on Georgia College. But defense definitely won that game for us because we weren't doing well on offense.
And offensively for you, 0 for 5 to start the game from the floor, and then it looked like you got very aggressive trying to go to the rim. What was your mentality in the second half as you tried to get this team going offensively?
I knew after the first half that my shots weren't going in. So in order to get my points, I had to go to the bucket like I did in the first quarter, being able to get that steal and going to the basket. So I knew right away after the first half that I just needed to get to the bucket.
She finishes with 12 points, 4 boards, and 3 steals as Lander takes a 61-54 win over Georgia College. That's Chelsea Mitchell, our player of the game. And we'll bring in now head coach Kevin Pedersen as the Bearcats move to 3-1 on the season. 61-54 your final, and they're 1-0 in conference play after the victory over the Bobcats. A 7-point win as Lander grinds one out tonight in Horne Arena. Mitchell had 12, Johnson had 12, and Harris finished with 11 as head coach Kevin Pedersen joins us. And coach, not necessarily the optics you maybe wanted tonight, but 1-0 in league play. What did this team have to do to grind out a win over a pesky team from Milledgeville?
Well, yeah, that was one of those games. It kind of felt like someone was going to win that game by default. Not a good game by us. I'm pretty sure Georgia College had the same thing. And give them credit to them. They did a good job defensively. They sat back and we knew it coming in. They said, go ahead and hit shots. And we talked with the girls. The girls, we're going to have to be able to hit shots. And it's disappointing because we talked a lot with our kids, Ariana Sanders, Chelsea Mitchell, and Crystal, and Lexus Hine, Victoria Baldwin. We said, you're going to be a chance to hit shots out there, and yet their hands are down and we're not looking for shots. And I don't want to see, if we're missing shots, I can live with missing shots. I want to see a much more aggressive offensive team than what you're seeing on the floor right now from us. So we won. Fortunately for us, our system was good. We were able to force them into turnovers. Our game plan was pretty solid, but offensively, we have got to get much more aggressive on offense. We're playing at home. We seem to be lacking confidence right now. We have got to become a more confident team. We've got to shoot the ball with aggressiveness. I want to see the kids who want to score, and I want to see these kids. One thing we talked with this team is, I said, guys, every game I'm having to get on them at halftime, having to get on them in timeouts. I said, I'm not going to do it tonight. I said, I'm not going to do that for 28 games this year. I said, I need you guys to start bringing some passion. And we're just kind of struggling now. Of course, we're missing our spark plug after with Malia McKinnon, who brings that energy. So that's obviously a big loss. But, gosh, we got talent on this team. They just got to figure out what it is they want to get done because this team can do something. But I feel like we're kind of sitting there waiting to see what's going to happen to us instead of us coming out saying, hey, this is what we're going to do tonight.
On a night where the shots clearly aren't falling, Chelsea talked about that. You forced 29 turnovers for the second game in a row. And we talked during the broadcast about the number of times where a turnover caused by Georgia College and this defense turns around and gets it right back and gets back on the offensive end. How important is it for that team on a night like tonight where the offense just wasn't there to stay in the system defensively and continue to turn them over and take 29 possessions away from a team in a game that's ultimately decided by 7 points?
Yeah, we told them at halftime, we said, guys, listen, I said, when we came in at half, I said, we turned them over 15 times in the first half. I said, if you don't turn them 15 times over, if you don't turn them over 15 times in the second half, we're not going to win this game. We're not playing well enough offensively. And fortunately, we were able to turn them over 14 times in the second half. But we thought at halftime we put up on the board, I said, guys, we've taken 14 more shots than they had. We had 38 attempts, they're 24. We've made one less shot than they've made. And you look at the final box. We took 18 more shot attempts than they did, and they made 2 more shots than we did. And it's just, we're in our home arena. So like I said, it's a win, but we got a lot of work to do. This team's capable of so much more. We've recruited a talented team, and they got to stop playing scared out there. I need these kids to start coming up, carrying themselves like they're talented, believing in themselves, coming out there like they know they can hit a shot. I'm tired of them looking over their shoulder for who's going to hit that next shot. We've got to believe. Hey, when I put a kid on the floor, I want to know that kid's out there to score. It's funny, ironically, we recruit offense and we teach defense. And so there's offense on this team, but right now we're just the opposite. Just like you said, we're having to come out, we're relying on our press, we're relying on switching defenses up out there. Right now we're winning on schematics, we're not winning on talent. And we got more than enough talent to win based on our talent. So hopefully we're going to start seeing that talent showcase itself a little bit more than what we've seen so far.
4-1 and 1-0, a heck of a lot better than 3-2 and 0-1. Lander unbeaten in conference play, and they're 4-1 on the year. That's head coach Kevin Pedersen. We'll step aside when we come back. The men will take the floor and try to complete the doubleheader sweep. Lander victorious over Georgia College, 61-54. You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.